Yep, it's come around. We've got tons of bad news almost every single day, certainly every single week in the financial world, from Ukraine and Russia involvement and what that means because of the world's wheat that's available through there, because of people cutting off economic ties to Russia, people blocking things. We've also got a shutdown in China.
China.
The S&P 500 is down more than it's been in quite some time, and all of this seems to also have an effect on cryptocurrencies. In fact, most of the major cryptocurrencies and certainly some of the altcoins have all seen a severe hit over the last couple of months. And you may be wondering, obviously, if you clicked on the link, you're probably somebody who holds some cryptocurrency. And the question is, when is this going to end? Is this just another one of these down crypto cycles, or is this indicative of something more long term? We're going to talk about that today in this video. And before we get into that, I want to remind you, if you do want to get invested and you see this as a dip that you want to dip your toe into, you can always use some of the affiliate links down below. You can buy crypto on Webull or on Robinhood using the affiliate link down below. You can also, of course, use the traditional route by going through Coinbase, and you can store your crypto and earn a huge interest on it using Vault. All of those links are down in the description box below. It's basically like getting free money at this point. And if you are somebody who believes that we are in a dip and that things are going to go back up, it might be a good time for you to start investing in cryptocurrency. So check those links down below. Welcome back to Wrestling with Finance, the YouTube channel for people who've wrestled with finance in the past and want to do better with it in the future. And the future is definitely what people are looking at today, especially when it comes to crypto prices. Bitcoin, of course, being the big boy on the block, has seen significant changes. The amount of trading volume around Bitcoin is down 45% from what it was last year. The price has dropped 34%. We were at a record high last November. It seems like it was just yesterday. Bitcoin's going to go over 70,000. And now that it's dropped below 30,000 as of the time of this recording, things seem to be a little bit bleak for a lot of people who are new to investing, which a lot of people who invested in Bitcoin are, and getting into the market. Plus, they're not seeing too many other places where they can put their money in crypto, so a lot of people are left scratching their heads. Ethereum is also down, LiteCoin, pretty much all the cryptocurrencies, even a lot of the fun ones like Shiba Inu and DOGE all of those are down. Pretty much everything is down across the board with a few exceptions here and there. But the question is, why are the stablecoins and why is cryptocurrency so far down? Of course, with everything, there are a number of factors in there, some of them involving the so-called stablecoins. In fact, the controversy around Tether has been around for quite some time, but now this is extended to other stablecoins as well that aren't quite keeping pace with the dollar like they're supposed to. UST and Luna in particular are two coins that are supposed to be stablecoins, but are actually, right now, at the time of this recording, currently worth less than $1 per coin, which doesn't exactly make them stable coins, which makes them unstable coins. And there's quite a lot of controversy about that. There even have people in the government talking about the protections again. And this is the problem that a lot of people are worried about with cryptocurrency, especially the stable coins, is that what are the stable coins backed by? Are the people that are making these coins actually capable of having enough money to cover anybody who's going to be buying these coins? And if they don't have that much money available, what is it really based off of? And this has led to a lot of people starting to pull out of their cryptocurrency investments and start going into more traditional routes. Crypto is also trading very much in line with the equities market, which is not what people thought it was going to do, especially Bitcoin, which many of us thought was supposed to be like digital gold. Many people thought that getting Bitcoin was going to be a hedge against inflation, and now that inflation is here, and now that we're also possibly going into a recession. In fact, a lot of us believe, and I believe too, that we actually are in the middle of a recession right now. We just can't track it yet because that data is always about a quarter behind. But gold is traditionally, and precious metals, during the time of inflation and economic downturn, they usually increase in value. Well, that has not been so for cryptocurrency. So the claim of it being digital gold, the claim of it being a hedge against inflation, doesn't seem to be holding up. Now, there's two schools of thought on this, and that's that we haven't seen, again, the number of global and financial calamities that have hit from Evergrande, again, through the Ukraine-Russia war, through oil shortages. We now have a possible food shortage coming up, supply chain issues, all of this stuff, then all of the economic stimulus that overheated the market and how they're drawing down on that and rising interest rates. All of these things go to the overall sentiment that the market itself is just in a downward spiral, and that has not been hedged by cryptocurrency, which leaves many people to wonder, should they hold on to it? Other school of thought on this is that, well, no, we see this all the time. Bitcoin in particular, and as well as Ethereum, have gone through several different periods. It's almost expected amongst anybody who's been invested in cryptocurrencies for more than 2 or 3 years that you get these giant dips, and then they go up a lot, and then they go down 80%, and they go up a lot. It is not, if you look at the history of Bitcoin, the first time that it has dipped this much, only to rise up again over time. But as they always say, past performance does not guarantee future results, and we cannot bank on that if you are in the cryptocurrency space. So again, the question to some of you out there may be, should I hold on to my cryptocurrency, or should I ditch it and go do something like bonds, or just put it in a savings account? Now, I can't give you financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. You should seek out your own financial advisor before making any kind of investments in the marketplace. But I can tell you what I think about this and what I think about it right now, given the fact that I only have 5% of my total portfolio savings and everything else invested into cryptocurrencies, mostly spread between Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba Inu, and BAT token. But out of those, it's not something that if all of them went to zero tomorrow, that I feel like I'm in financial trouble. And that's what I would suggest for a lot of people. And that's what most people have suggested for the last couple of years with cryptocurrency, is that it has a huge upside for future potential, but it's still not in a phase where the general public feels safe with it, and that it is completely 100% secure as far as being not having any frauds coming along with it. There's frauds going on with YouTube creators nowadays with some cryptocurrency. So among some of the riskier investments out there, cryptocurrency I would say is about in the middle. But as with any investment that's not guaranteed, you're not guaranteed any of this money, you should really consider what your risk tolerance is. But with any cryptocurrency or anything that's kind of risky like this and volatile like cryptocurrency, my thoughts for myself are to only put in what I could afford to lose and would not mind losing. And in fact, the majority of my cryptocurrency, outside of a little bit of a deposit every single Friday that I put into it, most of the rest of the money that I bought my cryptocurrency with was extra money that I got anyway that wasn't counted. I wasn't counting on getting, I didn't expect to get. So that's where it's from. So if I lose it all, it's not going to hurt me too much. And somebody might say, then why don't you just sell it? But I'm not going to sell my cryptocurrency, and here's why. I'm also of the mindset, and I do agree with some people to say that cryptocurrency goes through lots of different peaks and valleys, and a lot of peaks and valleys. It is still volatile like that. But the thing about it is, if it's going to hold true to the past performance, but you can't rely on that, but you can also kind of make a fair assumption that it's most likely that the cryptocurrencies, all the coins, Bitcoin, LiteCoin, Dogecoin, et cetera, are all going to go back up at some point in time. And consider this right now, yes, it's uncertain economic times, and we've had multiple once-in-a-lifetime events happen over the last 2 years. But at some point in time, that's not going to be the case. It's not going to be like this all the time where you have a new catastrophe every 3 weeks. At some point in time, things are going to get boring again. And once things get boring in the world, that's when things start getting exciting in the financial district. So again, what I'm basically doing is just investing as I usually do in cryptocurrency, putting any extra money that I have to buy coins, saving them in a high interest account, something like Volt. Again, like you can check out in the description box below. You can use that, or Celsius, or any of the other cryptocurrency exchanges. Even Coinbase is offering a little bit of money on some of their coins as far as interest and return. But that's what I'm thinking about doing right now. And I haven't seen anything that really makes me think that any of these coins, with the exception of maybe some of the altcoins, are going to go to zero. They all seem to be holding pretty resilient and just doing what the rest of the market is doing. But I do think it's probably time to retire this idea that Bitcoin is digital gold and a hedge against inflation, because clearly it is not. And we only are going to be able to tell in the future what the recession And when we're out of this recession, which I believe we're in, how that's going to affect people investing in. And again, far fewer trading going on with Bitcoin than there was a year ago. And are all those retail investors that got into it, they got into their new Robinhood accounts during the pandemic, are they going to leave the market or are they going to stay in? Only time will tell with that. But I want to know what you guys think. Let your voice be heard down in the comment box below. Are you going to hold your cryptocurrency? What cryptocurrencies are you holding? And at what level do you fear that, hey, maybe you could lose all that money? Do you think that's a real possibility? Or do you think that this is the dip of all dips and it probably is time to get as much Shiba Inu as you can, so if that thing actually even hits half of a dollar, you wind up with a butt ton of money in your account? But let me know. Let your voice be heard in the comment box below. Until then, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. Be sure to share this video on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or wherever you talk about personal finance and cryptocurrency. I'll see you guys again as we continue to traverse the very tumultuous world in 2022 of personal finance, money, and everything else. Have a good day.